Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce Kennedy Space Center.
To walk beneath the Space Shuttle Endeavour in the Vehicle Assembly Building, and it was so neat.
I'd have to say my favorite part about this trip was the behind-the-scenes tour that we had the other day. Going into the orbiter processing facility, going out and hearing everything about the launch pad and all the things we saw were really, really interesting. And I think it's a once-in-a-lifetime or once-in-a-very-long-time opportunity.
It's the newest orbiter. It's the low mileage orbiter. It only has around 114 million miles on it. Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. It averages about 4.5 million miles in a flight, but I think the longest flight was 10.2 million. Landing gear open with the tank right here. But this one bolt you see sticking out right here, this is one of the 3 attach points that hold this 200,000-pound vehicle to the external tank. Tile is what you see on the lower surface. On the white areas of the vehicle, you see a thing called flexible insulation blanket. You have to figure out why they picked that name, right?
Part of this awesome NASA experience was getting to hear Bob Steet speak. He was the launch director for NASA for, I believe, almost 40-something years. Very, very humble guy, but very knowledgeable. And just one thing I grasped from his speech, he talked a lot just about the importance of having a mission and the importance of having a vision. And that really stood out to me because right now, NASA's kind of going through
Analysis and Computer Program from UCLA, a Bachelor of Arts degree in Chemistry from Marietta College, a Doctorate in Medicine from Columbia University, a Master of Science in Physiology and Biophysics from the University of Kentucky, and a Master's of Arts and Literature from the University of Houston.
Hearing Story Musgrave talk, he was a very dynamic speaker. He has so much experience. I could listen to him for a long time. He had great pictures, he had great stories. He just knows so much. He's so knowledgeable about everything related to space and air and everything. He's just unbelievable.
We went into the classroom and looked at different activities that can be done for the students. One such example was a puff rocket, which you made out of just simple paper. You folded it together, you put on different wings, and then by blowing through a straw, the rocket flew. And, there's ample different mathematical things you can do, like velocity. You could talk about parabolas, angles, arcs, charting things. So I found that to be incredibly useful. Something that would be like possibly a step up and another branch off were stomp rockets. We went out into a large field, and each person just simple materials, holding some construction paper or contract paper. We then went ahead and made rockets. So we're larger in diameter, but then we were able to stomp, and through PPC pipe, they went flying. And again, you can measure vector, but here the angle of elevation was kept constant, and so that was an issue you could talk about in your classroom.
3, 2, 1, launch! Woo! Whoa!
My favorite part of NASA was the launch experience. When you come to NASA, you want to see fireworks, explosions, things going into space. I want to go to space, but I can't. So there's the shuttle launch experience. and when we went on it, it was awesome. And I got to sit next to Donna, and she was screaming for her life, but I said, "No, Donna, you calm down. So we're not going to space," but it was so realistic. It seemed like we were going to space. It was awesome.
And then we went to the IMAX, and I don't know, it's like you're right there with those 3D glasses sitting amongst the stars in space.
One of my favorite things that we've worked on was actually the video editing. The Adobe Suite, it's unbelievable the things that you can do, how easy it is to crop, select the piece of video you would like to use, even create a still picture from the simple video.